1989, Joan Furey helped edit a book of poetry and writings of women in the Vietnam War. The book was a reflection of Furey's own experience as a Vietnam Army nurse that began on a day in 1968 when the young nursing school graduate walked into an Army recruiting station on Long Island and signed up for duty. It was watching a Columbia University anti-war protest on TV that led Furey to that fateful decision.
One of the thoughts I had was that while these people were demonstrating, that there were a lot of young boys over there being killed and maimed and hurt, and that I was a nurse, and I had something that I could do to help.
Furey found out just how much she and others like her were needed when she finally arrived in Vietnam early the next year. She also found she wasn't nearly as prepared for the experience as she thought.
I think what my very first week in Vietnam, the patients that I saw were really, very young men with incredibly devastating injuries, multiple amputations of limbs, having entire faces blown away, head wounds. Just, it was truly overwhelming.
Young men bleeding and screaming and crying.
The Unknown Soldier, one of Furey's own contributions to the book she edited, reflects in poetry those emotions. Not only the suffering, but the loss of faith in her own country, the country she and the others had signed on to serve.
I think I became very distrusting of the military, of the government, and eventually over time felt that the ideals that I had been brought up with had kind of been betrayed.
And so, the book she and Linda Vandevanter put together served as her lasting legacy to what she felt and her lasting contribution to helping women who suffer the same life-defining emotions in service to their country.
So that we could get out in the general literature a description of what women experience, so that perhaps no generation of women would have to go through this again, about people denying that women had these kind of experiences.
The book was just the first step. As head of Women's Affairs for the Veterans Administration, Joan Furey is finding new ways every day to help those who have the same kind of commitment to their country she did in 1968.
I think what I find now is that commitment is as strong as it ever was, but that I can help in a different way, because I think that the young people who are serving now in all of our different conflicts have issues and concerns that, having gone through them myself and working with many people who've gone through them also, that we may be able to help them avoid some of the problems that we all experienced years ago.